test. All right. Okay. Good morning. Thank you for your patience. Okay, good morning. All right, long intro. We made it. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think everything's good. Crossed all of our I's and dotted our T's. It's a little too bright in here for me today. Where's my sunglasses, dude? Okay. Oof. Tech issues seem to be resolved. That was brutal. For a second there, I finally started panicking that something real bad happened. But it might only be minorly bad. But let's go ahead and just dive straight into some fantasy life. It's going to be a short stream this morning. It's going to get some good mornings in the chat. We got Renee in the house. Big Doggo. YouTube chat's already getting live. Good to see you, Princessa, as well. And big shout outs to everyone just hanging out patiently for about an hour. Big shout outs to the fam out there. Throwing 30-day VIP to Lights. Throwing 30 days to Vanessa quick as well. I saw y'all hanging out there in the chat. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of y'all, but I was too busy. I was just deep in trying to resolve my tech issues because, again, after about 30 minutes, I started to panic a little bit, but we're good. We're just going to move on. And play some games. Good morning. Happy Friday or whatever the hell day it is. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I think it's Friday. Yeah, pretty sure it's Friday. Coffee is dead cold. Didn't even get to drink a sip of it. Ugh. And my title did lie. It didn't change over. But I'm not playing Animal Crossing, as you have possibly already discovered. We will not be playing Animal Crossing. All right. Where are we at here? Where are we at here? I don't know. I can't find first in the chat. I know Kerbu got it this morning, but I don't know who got it just now. I don't know. What's up? Welcome to the show today. Good morning, everybody. Sound off in the chat if you'd like a good morning. We're going to start at the bottom today. Less of a roll call and more of a sound off. Sound off. Rachel Green Tea's in the house. Good morning. Alto Girl's in the house. Welcome to the show. Good to see ya. Luna Paul, Strawberry Grass, Dual Master D, Lights, E-Talker, good morning. Tater Tot Soup, Armazale. Welcome to the show. Mansa Musa, good morning. We're just getting started. We had a power outage last night around 9 p.m. and it lasted till about 2 in the morning. I didn't really get much sleep at all. I think I'm on maybe 4 hours of sleep, maybe 3 hours of sleep. So we're kind of disheveled today, but I figured I would at least show up for a couple hours and give you all an update and let you know what's going on. And then we'll be back for Mario Kart World tonight, of course. As long as all things work out. Probably some World later today. So I don't see why not. But instead of skipping the morning stream, I figured I would show up. Thank you, Lights, by the way, for 4 months coming in with some support. Kept me going during the tech issues. Thank you very much for the 4 months, dude. Welcoming Crafty Giraffe, Lucinda. Welcome to the show. Sound off, baby. Crystal Alpaca's in the house. Sammy Dot Legend. Crafty, I hope you've been well, dude. It's good to see you, Crafty. Welcome in. Yeah, it was rough. I think the highest my house got up to was like 86, maybe like 85 degrees. And at that point, it was also 85 outside. But at least the power didn't go out during the day when it was like 98. So like I'm counting my blessings, dude. At least it was at 98 freaking degrees outside. It was just like a cool 85. So my house was just disgusting. At one point I opened the door at like midnight. I was like, oh, maybe I should open the doors and get some fresh air. And I opened the door and nothing changed. Not the air pressure, not the humidity. I never had that experience in my life. Nothing changed. There was no wind. Like I open the door and I go outside on my front porch and there is no difference between the inside of my house and outside. I was like, what the heck? I'm like, no way, dude. It was nuts. It was just an experience I haven't really had as an Ohioan. It was pretty brutal. What up, Loud Boys? Good morning. What up, Zach? This is not a new release. This game came out last year, 2025, my dude. But it's a goodie. It's an oldie at this point, but it's a goodie. What up, Legend of Tay? Good morning. What up, Maharit, Pessimisaurus? Welcome to the show. Cloud Sage. What up, dude? So we're getting silly. That's what my freaking notification was supposed to say. That's why I'm so mad. It was supposed to say, low sleep. We're getting goofy. Whatever. That shit fucking sailed. The tech issues sucked all the goofy right out of me. Yo, thank you for the tier 3 Blood Raven. Let's go, baby. Let's go. HDAS hypes in the chat, baby. Let's go. Thank you, homie.
So it's a lot cooler today for a change.
It is a lot cooler today as well. What's that conversion? Exclamation point C to F 29. What is that? What's that? 84. Yeah, same. Today's only supposed to be 92, and then it's finally over. Today's the last day of the heat wave. for us for now. And then it's finally over. So yeah, 91, 92, and then it's going to go down to like 85 and then 84. And then it goes down to the high 8, like the low 80s for like a week. It's going to feel like heaven going down to the low 80s. I was saying that to myself last night. I'm like, at least I'm now finally prepared for summer. All it takes is one sitting there for 6 hours in 85 degree, like probably feels like 90 weather for my, now I'm just set for the rest of summer. Like I'm good. Like I'm probably going to be fine. Besides for sleep, I'm good. Like the whole rest of summer, I'm good. It doesn't really matter how hot it gets. My body is now acclimated. I have made it. It takes me usually a couple weeks, a month to get acclimated. I'm good. I'm locked in. That was all I needed. So we're at least I'm prepared. Besides for the sleep thing, dude. The sleep thing's the only problem, man. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep at all last night. I just couldn't sleep, dude. I got like barely a wink, because even when the power finally came back on, you know what I mean? So like I put a box fan, I laid on the floor next to my bed and I put a box fan right next to me. Like the box fan was like an inch away from me. And I just laid there with the box fan blowing on me and I passed out like a rock. And then I woke up at like 5:30 and that's where I got my like 3 or 4 hours. And at this point I woke up at like 5:30 and I got up and crawled in my bed with my old man back hurting. Like, oh, I can't believe I just slept on the floor for 3 hours. Like my back was like, oh no. So then I got up and crawled in the bed and I fell asleep for another hour and I got up at like 6:30 and I was done. Yeah, the box fan saved it, dude. And then, I turned on the AC in my room. Here was the problem though. Even when the power came back on, it kept turning on and off. It was real bad. So then my air conditioner would turn off. So the power came back on at like 1. I turned the AC on in my room. I went back to sleep. I woke up 15 minutes later to beeps because my AC was turning on and off. And this kept happening over and over. That's why when I was having tech issues earlier, I was worried that something was real bad in my computer. I have a PSU and I should be protected, but everything was unplugged. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was freaking out. I'm like, so last night I didn't turn the island game back on because of that. That's all the point I was trying to get to was because the power was going on and off. I ended up not even wanting to turn the island game on because I knew the power was going to go on and off multiple times. And, I was already worried about my computer as is and just turning it back on at all. Any kind of power surges. I know, again, my PSU is supposed to protect against that, but what I ended up having to do was cycle my power, which I forgot to do this morning. So that was, I think, what solved the problem that I was having before stream. Because I was having a bunch of issues, like half my USB ports stopped functioning. I think one of them's dead. I think I lost a USB port. And I think it's because I didn't power cycle like an idiot. I didn't power cycle before I turned my computer back on. So I guess my PSU is like not working or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm in the weeds. I'm moving on. Holy heck, dude. But I think I lost a USB port, which is all I needed, dude. And it was my most powerful USB port. It was like my 3.2 or whatever. I'm like, no, dude, no, not the USB port. Those are so sacred, dude. It sucks. Oh man. What up, Bobbins? Good to see you. Welcome in. Gamer lady, good to see you. So that's it. That's my story. That's it. There you guys go. There's the tea. I know y'all wanted the tea, so there's the tea. So, we made it. Thank you for the tier 3 Blood Raven. We made it. We're gonna play some Fantasy Life, I guess. Let's jam. Oh, I saved here? I didn't think I did that. All right, guess we're checking our props. Hope everyone's doing well, though. Happy Friday. I think most, if not a lot, let's just say a lot of people are probably off work today for a long weekend going into the 4th of July, 250th birthday of America for the overseas fan who don't, who aren't in the know. So it's surely to be a hootenanny. Sure, people are going to pop off. But yeah, I think if you're not off work, hopefully you're getting maybe some form of holiday pay. I don't know, man. I worked retail and kitchens and none of that stuff even existed. Only until I was a manager. Only until I was a manager did I ever experience health insurance, dental insurance, and like holiday pay and like time and a half. Every kitchen I worked in and every retail place I worked at. Well, no, that's not true. Retail did time and a half. Kitchens never did time and a half. Kitchens never abided by the rules.
H-Day Wave, H-Day Wave, H-Day Wave.
Yo, thank you so much for 30 months, Kristen. Good to see you here today. Welcome to the show. H-Day Wave, H-Day Wave. Off today, but on call for the weekend. Nice. Do you have any plans? Are you doing anything for the 4th? Kitchens didn't give jack squat extra, but a pizza party? Yeah, exactly. I don't miss those restaurant days. Yeah. Like we would get to eat all day. So like people didn't complain really, but it's funny because then I worked a job that had the audacity to not let me eat. And I don't care what anybody says, man. If you don't feed your workers as a restaurant, screw you. I don't care. I don't care what the circumstances. I don't care what your business model is. If you do not feed the people that are working for you, you're an idiot. And I one time, only one kitchen out of like 13 tried not to feed us. They were like, you have to buy your food. And I stuck my middle finger up and I ate a free meal every day. I would literally go to the cameras like and nobody said anything to me ever. Like nobody would ever say anything because they knew they were being jerks. Like that's the best part. Like I would sit in front of the camera eating a meal like, what you gonna do? I work hard. I'm eating food. I'm one of your best cooks. You're not gonna fire me. You need me just as much as I need you. So I'm gonna eat your food. And like, I would just be a complete asshole about it because I'm real petty like that. I'm not even gonna front. I definitely have a petty streak in me when it comes to like when I feel like I'm being unfairly treated, right? Like I never ever put up with anything at a job. I was your worst nightmare employee, if ever, always. I was probably every manager's worst nightmare because I told it as how it was. I would call you out on your ish as a manager, and I would always put up a fight for all of my coworkers, including myself. If I felt like if somebody tried to call off work and a manager was bad mouthing them, I would bad mouth the manager to their face. What do you mean, dude? Let the person take a day off. What is this glass house establishment? That's not their problem, that's yours. And if that sucks for you as a manager, I'm sorry, then you need to call your manager and you need to get them to help fix the problem. And if they're not fixing the problem, then you need to leave. Like I was your worst nightmare employee, dude. I was always an absolute dickhead because, man, I'm not letting people get taken advantage of. Like, no. And I certainly wasn't going to put up with it myself. That's why, like, I don't talk about it a lot, but I've probably worked close to like 20, maybe even pushing like 30 jobs in my day. Like, probably. Like, definitely 20 different jobs, but maybe pushing 30 different workplaces in my life. My resume is a goddamn scroll. It's Santa's check it once, check it twice list. I pull out my resume when I walk in to a place and it's like 3 pages long. It unfolds like a kingly scroll. So what I do is I actually like don't even put most of the places I work on my resume. And then I fill the gaps with I was going to college. I figured out the game years ago. I just filled in the gap with like, oh, I saved up money and stopped working so I could go to school and take a break. Because if people see that you work too many jobs, they instantly start to question you. So instead, I like cut it in half and I filled the gaps with I was going to school. I was trying to get my education. And like usually people don't question it too much. I worked at Taco Bell like 28 years ago, and they'd give everyone $5 per shift of free food. Yeah, like, dude, you gotta feed your employees, man. Like, screw that. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Mood? Yeah. KFC made us buy at 50%. Yeah, so did, I don't know, there was another place. But the place I'm talking about, that's what they tried to do. They were like, you don't get free food, you have to buy it at 50%. And I think the only place that I ever put up with that was I worked at McDonald's for 3 months. And when I was 20 years, I was like 19 years old and I couldn't get a job. I was like 20, I just turned 20 and I couldn't get a job and I needed to like pay rent. So for me at that time in my life, that was like the last thing I wanted to do was work at fast food, because I'm like, you're 20 years old and all your friends live in the city and like you feel like embarrassed about it. So even though like you shouldn't be, because like work is work and anything is respectable. It doesn't matter what drum you're beating, you're collecting cash, it doesn't matter, right? Like obviously we all know that that's BS. But at that age, you know, you don't want to be working at McDonald's. You're like, dude, like you're afraid that your friend's gonna see you in the drive-thru, you know, like. So I ended up doing it. I ended up just doing what I had to do. You know, a baby's got to do. That's been my motto my whole life. Tommy Pickles. And I went and I worked at McDonald's, and that was the only job where they were 100% like, you're not eating for free and you have to buy at 50%. And those type of corporate places are so locked down that you couldn't really, like, they would just fire you right away and hire some 16-year-old kid, right? So in that situation, I was forced to play the rules. But I don't consider McDonald's and fast food to be a kitchen. No offense, y'all, but listen. Cooking on a line and then putting together food in fast food is nothing similar. So I wasn't even thinking about my McDonald's days. Like, yeah, like you're right. Like they didn't feed me there either, but I was mostly talking about like true kitchens. You know, when you're working with in a real kitchen, there's zero reason why you shouldn't be able to eat a little bit. You know, as long as you're not taking advantage, even if they have to make it official and say 1 meal a day for free, like there's no reason why they shouldn't feed you, you know, like regular old kitchens. But like fast food and stuff is so different. Like, I don't know. I still do think that fast food should feed you, but you know, it's so different. It's so goofy. I worked in a kitchen sometimes in fast food. It's hot, high speed, high stress, but it's mostly machines. Right. So like in that sense, it's the same. That's why it's like real hard for me to almost say this. Right. Because like it's still hot. You're still dealing with dirty grease. You still stink when you come home. It's still fast paced, high octane. You have to keep the order of operations. You have to have a good like memory and like be able to have a sense of urgency. That's all kitchen. That all translates to the kitchen. The only difference is in a kitchen, you're actually like cooking food in the sense that you're putting together more elaborate like cuisine in most cases. And that's even going too far, because I've worked in a kitchen that was at a bar and all I did was throw fucking wings in a fryer and throw a steak on a grill. I don't know if that's too different than a McDonald's, right? So, you know, I don't even want to discount fast food as cooking. It's just a different kind of cooking, right? It's like, it's just not the same. I don't know. I guess I never walked into a McDonald's and said, I expect these MFers to feed their employees, because they're big corporate conglomerate monsters. And I guess I would just never expect that. But when I'm working for a mom and pop, like I'm expecting you to feed me. Like, that's the difference. Like, I think, you know, it's not, I know what food costs are like. You can afford to, like, give your employee a salad and a piece of chicken. Like, it's not, especially if they work hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Duel Master. I saw a video of some chef hustling in the kitchen recently. Thought back to when I worked in fast food and kept accidentally shutting off the fryer, but still handed out soggy fries. Different worlds. Yeah. It's pretty. The kitchen hustles is a one that I do miss actually sometimes, because I don't know. There's something about, like, let's say out of those like 20 places I worked, let's say 10 of them were kitchens. Not quite, but like 7 of them, 8 of them. Midna came to say hi. But I would say like 1 or 2 of them I miss, because when you're in sync with the team, it feels really good. Anybody like play League of Legends or like Counter-Strike, like with your buddies, not with strangers, or like Overwatch with your real friends, and like actually like have that moment of bliss where you and your team are working together fluently. Has anybody experienced that here? You and your team are working together fluently, and it's like a really good feeling. And if you can get that in a kitchen, it feels awesome. When you have a kitchen of people working together perfectly, and you're pumping out food and you're killing it on a $10,000 night, there is no better feeling, dude. Like, you walk out of that and everyone looks at each other and it's like, we did it. It's this feeling of camaraderie. It's really special, dude. And like, I do miss that. And from a couple, not every kitchen was like that though. A lot of them were lame and like people suck. But every once in a while you ran into a kitchen where people were working together perfectly. Everyone knew the goal. Everyone knew the plot. And there was something real special about seeing that machine work, right? 15 people making it happen, you know, like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I miss that. And I think the best parallel is like team-based gameplay. Like that random battle. All right, here's a good example for my World of Warcraft heads. You ever just randomly get into that BG where 15 strangers actually perfectly work in sync with each other? You ever get into that battleground where all of a sudden 15 strangers are just perfectly working in sync with each other, and you're absolutely like dominating the other team? And it's just like, wow, this is great. Like, everyone knows what they're doing. It's awesome. Like, everyone is just doing their job. like, and it's like, oh yes, like, it's pure bliss, dude. It happens like once in a millennia. It's not even once. Yo, thank you, Sweet Asparagus, for 3 months. Thank you again, Kristen. I appreciate you, dude. Hope everyone's feeling all right there. Happy freaking Friday, y'all. What is everyone's plans for the 4th of July? Let's pivot a little bit. I've been yapping. Thank you for the work lurk today, Jupy-san. Good to see you today, homie. We're going to be getting we're going to try to get our last mastery class this morning here for a little bit, but I need to go take a nap. I need to go sleep. I'm going to try to sleep for like 6 hours before the night stream today. So I'm just here for a couple hours to let people know what's up and to show face and to show up for y'all and myself. And then I'm off to Dreamland. I'm off for Dreamland. We're doing Mario Kart tonight. It's community game night. We're doing Mario Kart World, baby. And we just got an update for Mario Kart World. So we're going to be doing a lot of Knockout Tour. I think we're going to switch up our rotation and do 2 Knockout Tours, 1 Grand Prix. 2 Knockout Tours, 1 Grand Prix. Instead of the other way around. Ooh, we need these emeralds. Big time. Thank you. Thank you, Ancient Emeralds. What was the update? Yeah, the update, they did some balance changing. Apparently, we're going to read about it here. We should go read about it. So apparently they made it to where bagging is harder. So if you guys don't know, like, sandbagging is a thing in Mario Kart World and all Mario Karts, where if you stay at the end of the pack throughout most of the race and you collect really good items, and then you use those items on like a really nice shortcut towards the end of the race, and you zoom past all of the racers into first place unexpectedly, it's called bagging. Well, apparently the update was allegedly to help bagging a little bit and to try to help prevent it. And then also it added some new knockout tour routes for us to check out tonight. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Where's the other shop at? We got to go here real quick. Oh, nice. Random reject, dude. That's awesome. I haven't played like a physical sport like that in a long time. We used to play Dejat, a game that we made up. I would love to like play tennis. I'm at that point in my life where tennis seems to be like a good, healthy sport. We'll play some tennis. Yeah, they confirm more knockout tours in the future. That's what I heard, which is awesome. I'm loving this. I'm glad they're cooking. I shouldn't have bought those Snapdragon scales. That's a waste. Snapdragons are everywhere. Those aren't rare. I literally just ran past. All right. Let's go back to the base camp and let's start trying to level up our Mercenary. We're just going to cheese our way through Mercenary. We were originally trying to do something special, but we're just going to cheese our way through. Yo, can we get some love in the chat for Lenny on YouTube? If you're still there, Lenny, feel free to sound off. Thank you for your patience. They said, please send some good vibes for my sweet kitty. He got into something toxic on Wednesday, and he's been at the vet ever since. I'm a mess. Man, I hope you're okay, Lenny. I'm sorry to hear about that. I hope things get a little bit easier for you. And I'll be definitely reserving a space in my heart for you and your little kitty boo. Definitely sorry to hear that. We got some love for you over in the Twitch chat, though. What up, Flip Toast? Power came back on. Yeah, I'm pretty disheveled, but we're here for just a little bit today. Gonna grill with your hubby and mom and get some burgers and hot dogs and panzanella salad, watermelon, cornbread. Dude, can I come over, LP, please? Dag. Yo, what's up, Kiara? Good morning, Charlie, by the way. Dude, are you excited for some Mario Kart tonight, dude? As long as there's no more power outages, I think we'll be okay, man. I don't know what happened yesterday. That sucked. Oh, I see you, VIP badge. Give me just a sec. All right, hold on. We're gonna throw these tunes on, and we're gonna go check out the Mario Kart update real quick. VIP Pokemon fan. Got you, dude. Mario Kart World update. Patch notes. All right, here we go. So they added new routes, Drill Rally, and then here we could take a look at a picture of it. Look at Drill Rally here. So I love that it's using my favorite level, but it starts at Bowser, goes through some of the most boring connected tracks. I hate this stuff leaving the mountain. It's all pretty bad. And then it starts getting pretty... I know for a fact that a lot of the connected tracks from Mario Circuit are like pretty interesting. I think there's one or two weaker ones. So this seems fun. It ends at a shipyard. The only interesting thing about this is, isn't there already a rally that ends at shipyard? So I guess we're going to be entering from a different direction, which is kind of cool. No, they added 2 new routes, and they're going to be adding more in the future, they confirmed. Yeah, they added 2 new routes. So Drill Rally, and then we got Boomerang Rally as well. Take a look at Boomerang Rally. So it looks like... Oh, wait, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Hold on a second. Oh, it starts at Shipyard. Oh, wait a second. It says it connects Shipyard and Bowser's Castle. I think the way that I'm reading this is it might go from Shipyard to Bowser. Am I wrong? What do you think? I don't know. The way I'm reading this, that would be interesting. And then Salty Speedway to Whistle Stop Summit. So it would be from here all the way through here. Yeah, we're gonna play tonight. That's cool. And then what else did they do? They added stickers to photo mode. Cool. They said more knockout routes will be planned in the future. All right, is that all we got though? Did they not give us actual patch notes? I heard that there was actual patch notes. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. Here we go, found them. All right. Here's the patch notes. You guys ready? And these are going to be fun for those that really love Mario Kart. Perk up your ears. 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern is our start time. 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in there. All right, so raised the acceleration performance of characters and vehicles that had low acceleration. That's me. Dude, so light characters and extra light characters are getting a boost. Dude, nice, Spike. And vehicles for light characters and extra light characters, because those are the characters with low acceleration, right? Yeah, and low accelerate. No, it's the other way around. No. Sorry, it's Bowser. It's the fat boys. Fat boys are low acceleration, high top speed. It's the fat boys. All the fat boys. So probably, I'm guessing it's super heavies and heavies. Super heavies and heavies are getting a boost in acceleration and performance. Raised the gliding speed of characters that had high speed. And some of the characters and vehicles. So what? Raised the gliding speed of characters that had high speed. So the gliding speed for light characters is going up. Maybe? Well, they said speed, not acceleration. So no, that sounds like it's heavies as well. That sounds like heavies are getting better gliding speed, which makes sense. Made it so the player can hop right away after being hit by Comic's Magic or Bullet Bill. I don't know what that means. Okay. Adjusted conditions where the player can do a jump boost by shaking the controller when racing on top of water. I forgot that you could even do that. Adjusted behavior after landing on rivals and made it so the dash time after landing is longer. So I guess they're talking about toadstooling. All right. Made it so that the player can stop a slipstream when braking before the slipstream starts. What? So if somebody's trying to slipstream behind you, you can brake to stop them? Or are they talking about your own slipstream? Yeah, are they talking about like you can stop your own slipstream? Or are they saying you can strategically stop the player behind yours? Yeah, you could brake check. Right? It sounds like you might be able to brake check players and be like, stop getting from behind me. I don't know. We're gonna have to test. Adjusted rate at which players can acquire items from item boxes in races. The rate. So did they increase the spawn time of... Increase the rate at which players can acquire items? What? Adjusted rate, I don't know. Made it so that players can see the super horn a rival is holding. Ooh, interesting. You could see if a player has a super horn. Okay. I think that's talking about the box respawns. And they already did an update where the box respawns were faster. Maybe they made them even faster. Which, listen, that makes sense because the way that world is, those box respawns need to be really, really fast. I don't think they need to be faster than they are, but maybe... Here's what I'm thinking is going on. What if they made it to where the roulette wheel goes by faster? Think about it. Adjusted the rate at which players acquire items. So like, you know, that roulette wheel you have to go through and you have to spam the button to get it to go faster? What if they made it to where the items appear in your inventory like a little bit faster? That would make sense to me, because like that would help so that you can use those items even faster. I've had almost entire races where I've only had one set of items. Yeah, because there's 24 racers. That's why I do think that they could also just be increasing the box spawns again, which maybe we need. Added a ramp to the race that heads from Airship Fortress to Bowser's Castle. Weird. What? They added a ramp on the track? They're doing updates to where they're adjusting the track in the game? Oh, well, this just opens up all sorts of possibilities all of a sudden. They could add little stuff all over the map in the future. Think about it. Like, they could make little adjustments anytime. Like, what? I didn't think they'd be willing to do that, right? Doesn't that sound like a lot of work? They added support for Thai language, and then they fixed a bunch of issues. I don't want to read the issues, but I'm gonna just skim them real quick. Like, if a player started gliding right after crashing, their speed while gliding would slow down. Like, these are interesting bugs that could have been causing us like a little bit more grief than we realized. Fixed a number of issues regarding Bullshit Bill. Wait, Bullshit Bill's getting fixed up? I wonder how he was bugged. Fixed an issue where players would slip through walls on Bowser's Castle. I knew those players were cheating. I knew it. I wasn't losing. They were cheating. They were slipping through walls. One of them is pretty important. It nerfs respawn shortcuts. What do you mean? Respawn shortcuts. So you talking about shortcuts where you purposefully fly off the map to get placed down further ahead? Interesting. That kind of stuff seems like it should be fixed, in my opinion. Fixed an issue if a player uses a feather doing a jump boost in the dandelion depths, they would fall off the course. Like, what? What a specific problem. Yeah, okay. Most of this stuff doesn't matter, but yeah, here it is. Fixed an issue where the player would be returned very far in front at various times when they fell off the course on various courses. Wow, I wonder if people have been using these techniques and like we called them super cuts because we thought they were doing some sort of crazy hopping off a wall shenanigans. But what if in all reality, they were like doing some kind of BS where they were just falling off the ledge in the right spot and getting like picked up further ahead? Like, I could see people taking advantage of that. Yeah. But I do believe there's a ton of really good supercuts in the game. I haven't been looking them up, but all right, I need to tinkle real quick and get some more coffee. For those just tuning in, quick update. Power went out last night. If you're not in the Discord, kind of messed everything up. I didn't really get to sleep till like 2 a.m. I'm on like 3 hours of sleep. I'm buzzing. I'm goofy, and I'm ready to just chill out and for a couple hours before we go to sleep and come back for the night stream. So that's a quick little update. I'm gonna go tinkle real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna try to get her to come in here to give her a treat. They removed whistle sprinting and bomb jumping. Can you explain what whistle sprinting and bomb jumping was? Oh, let me turn my camera back on. Oh, she came in. She knew. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, come here. You want some treats? Come here, Minda. You want a treat? Come here. All right. Oh. 1 second here. Cat cam's dead. I forgot. Just hang out for just a second. If you stick around, you'll be rewarded. If you stick around, you'll be rewarded. All right, hold on. One moment, kitty. Let me see if I can get this camera to turn on. I don't know why it's off. Oh. All right, got it. Yeehaw! Someone poisoned the water hole. All right, okay. Now let's just see if she actually stayed in here. Oh, she did. All right, we got some churro today. We're gonna have to brighten up her camera, and we'll figure all that out in just a second. And give her a little treat today. I'm not sure why. Oh, you know what? I usually have more light on in this room. Oh. Okay, that helps. All right, what do you got? We got one of these. I got gifted one of these really cool spoons, right? So you put the churro on this spoon and it makes it to where it just easily squeezes the churro out, and she has a thing to lick. Look at that. So now just slide this thing up and it just squeezes it out, and then she can lick it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hook her up. Come here, babe. Come here. We want you to be right around here. We'll try to adjust the camera around you, okay? Hold on a second. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah. All right. All right, now hold on just a second. Let me make this camera a little bit bigger. She's like, "Give me more." I didn't realize I had it so small. Okay. It's coming. Hold on a second. Okay, come here. Okay, hold on. Come back here. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see if we can make it a little brighter for y'all. It might get low FPS though. So it's going to be like cat slideshow. Cat slideshow, all right? Yeah, all right. I'll put it down for you. You don't gotta have your face in the camera. That's okay. That's okay. All right. You want to reposition for me, little cutie? Come here. All right, cool. All right, let's try this one more time right here. Yeah. This one's from you, chat, all right? This is from chat, okay? This is from chat. Chat sent you these churri treats. That's actually true. Chat actually sent you these treats. All right, this is from chat, all right? We got a little bit more for you. All right. You want to give us a little look up here? Yeah, you want to give us a little look up here? Come here. Yeah, look at you. Look at them chops. All right. You did good. You did good. Thank you. Enjoy your treat, okay? Hey, come here. You want some more pets? Come here. You good? Okay, you're good. Okay. She's good. She's had enough pets. She's petted out. She got her treats. All right. She bolted when the treat ran. Yeah, because she knew that I was trying to roll my chair back up. And like, she doesn't like the legs in the chair too much. She knew I was trying to get back into that spot because normally my legs are there because I sit nice up and close up to my desk. Yeah, so she knew. She was like, I gotta get out of here. This is the no-no zone. All right. Okay. Thank you. Oh, it was a reference to Breath of the Wild. I had a feeling because I was like, bomb jumping. Is he talking about Breath of the Wild? You got me, dude. That was a whoosh. Could somebody hit the exclamation point whoosh? I knew it, dude. I knew it. I'm like, dude, he's talking about Breath of the Wild over there. Where'd you get that spoon? Mr. Middleman, I'm not sure where we got the spoon at. I can't remember where I got the spoon. I gotta look it up. Give me just a second. Let me wait for, I'll get a DM where I got the spoon at here in a minute. I don't remember. I think it was Amazon. I got 2 of them in the package. Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was awesome. The spoon was a gift. The spoon was a gift from a friend. You guys supplied the churros. The spoon was provided by a friend. Yeah. The spoon. That's why I can't look up at the previous gifts on Throne. Yeah. Good thought though. Good thinking, Taco. That actually would have been the answer. Bum, 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 bum. The spoon is a game changer, dude. It's a game changer for churri, dude. It was a game. It makes it so nice because what other? Here's another though idea. You guys can just put it on a plate. That's what the chat just brings a plate in front of them. A lot of people in the chat just bring a little plate in front of them, and they squeeze a little bit on the plate at a time, and the cat just licks it off the plate. So the plate is also a play if you don't want to spend the money. I recommend you just do a plate. But the spoon is cool, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why I love the spoon is because now she identifies the treat with the spoon, and it's a bonding thing. Exactly. Right? Exactly. I'm bonding with her, and it's closer, and it's like nice, and it's like, you know, and it's like, it's cute, and I like it. I like that I'm like kind of hand feeding her, right? And when I pull the spoon out, she knows it's time. She knows this big goofy spoon. She knows it's treat time, and I really like that. I like that kind of like, you know, just connection. I like that. All I have to do is pull the spoon out, and she goes, like it's time. And I don't know if she can identify churris the same. She probably can, but you know, don't underestimate cats. Are spiritual protectors. That's what somebody said to me the other day. They were like, squeeze your cat extra hard because they're working extra hard right now in the spirit realm. Sometimes I believe that stuff because cats have so much history with humans, but you know, it's mostly fun. It's like believing astrology. Yo, thank you, Brinstar, for the 2 months, man. Thanks for sticking with me, dude. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back in here, man. Such enrichment. All right, so let's go to our life. So real quick, if I missed you coming into the chat, you know, good morning. I'm a little goofy today, but welcome to the show. So also LPK and Random Reject, thanks for popping over, and Tamper, thanks for popping over to the YouTube chat. You guys are awesome. So yeah, so in the previous episode, what I was trying to do with the Mercenary class was I was trying to do a run where I played through the Mercenary class with nothing but the original equipment slowly, the way that you're supposed to like play the game. And like without using any of my other benefits from my other classes and stuff. But I've realized that over time, like I messed up because one day I accidentally had the life equipped and I went and like joined a multiplayer, and then my character got boosted by like 20 levels. And ever since then, I felt like, oh well, like this sucks. So we're done with that. And instead, we're about to just put on the best equipment we own, and we are about to just destroy everything. So yeah, I changed my mind, and we're about to just go nuts bananas on everything. So, yep, that's what we're doing. All right, let's rock this crazy steel beast helm. What the frick? And the steel beast outfit. Yeah. Bum, ba, bum, bum. All right, and then what do I got here? Do I got gauntlets? I don't have the steel beast gauntlets. I guess I'll rock the fire gauntlets. And I don't need pants because I have a big robe on, and I need some boots. I'll just put on these Forge Master boots. No. Give me the fire ones, and then I'll rock these dragon wings and just look crazy, kind of cool. The wings are kind of off in color. What about these? Yeah, that's their matching set. Oh, sick! Steel Beast wings. Ooh. All right, now we're killing it. Now we're ready to go shred the game. Oh, wait, hold on. I actually really like what I looked like, so let's remove our outfit. Okay, cool. All right, now, we need to go fight stuff. So we have to do this stuff. So we have to go to the Lulub Forest during the day. All right, let's go there, and then, yeah. Looking ferocious. Thank you, Saidi. Their purring is proven to help with healing. They've done medical studies. I believe it. I've seen that before. I've heard that before, actually. Cats are pretty good at staring at walls randomly. They are pretty good at that. My cat just bullied me into getting out of bed. Cats are pretty good at that as well. Dude, not gonna lie, my sword is crazy cool. Oh my god. Look at my weapon, dude. Somebody gifted me this, dude. Somebody gifted me the most powerful of 3 weapons. Part of me wonders if they're like hacked, because they're the most powerful weapons like possible, like in the game. All right. And they gifted me a bow version. They gifted me a 2-handed sword version, and they gifted me a staff version. And it's like the most powerful weapons, and anything I craft can't even come close. So I believe they were a level 100 player, completely maxed out on everything. So it could have happened, or it could just be somebody cheated, but I don't really care. Either way, they gifted them to me, so it would be a shame if I didn't use it. It'd be a shame if I didn't use the gifty poos. I got this game, but I haven't really played it. This is making me want to open it up. Dude, yeah. It's fun. This game's cool. I think even if you just play this game, even if you just end up playing this game as like for the story and then turning it off and not like grinding it out like I am, I think that this game still has a lot of value. You don't have to like turn this game into your job. Like, you can just play through the story. It's fun. It's cute. Maybe level up your favorite life and then just turn it off. Go play something else. But it's cool because the game has the option to be like your full-time job if you want. It really has that much content and so many different lives to level up. And if you're a completionist, this game is like possibly a bad thing to get into because you could just spend your whole existence just trying to complete everything at that point. I'll be overwhelmed. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be overwhelmed. This game is presented in a way where you truly can just like play through the story as like your favorite 3 lives. Like pick one from each category, and then just be done with the game. Like this game could overwhelm you though. It has that potential, but it doesn't have to. We love this game for a game night together. Yeah, this game's good for that. Some decent multiplayer for sure. Makes me want to replay the original. What level are you? So I have 3 level 100s. I have 5 over 90. So like we're getting there. My goal originally was just to get Farmer, Cook, and Hunter to level 100. So as far as my goals are concerned, I'm almost there. All I need to do is get Cook, but the crafting classes are the hardest. But I don't have no intention of getting level 100 on every class, but I might do it over time naturally, but I don't necessarily want to do that. But I think getting level 100 in all of the gathering classes could be a pretty respectable goal. Maybe even all of the combat classes except for brand new. Even that could be fun, I guess. So like, I don't know. I think I'm just more focused on Cook, Farmer, Hunter, since those were my favorite 3 classes I started off the game with. It's a cool, like, I cook my own food, I farm it, I hunt it, and then I cook it. That's my character's at his core. And that's probably my main goal in the game, but I have toyed around with the idea of like 100%ing the game, but I don't know about all that. We just had that talk the other day. That's like not really something I do a lot of. But getting Hero, which is that red badge, getting Hero in every class is something I think I'm going to do because I'm really close. So 14 classes can be Hero. This one cannot be heroed. So I'm really close. Look, I'm only 1, 2, 3 classes away from Hero and everything. And once I get Mercenary to Master, then I'll actually have a Master and everything. So I've definitely made some headway to some of my goals when I first set out on this game. Struggle to get into the crafting. What's brand new? Brand new is just like that's the starting class that you switch out of when you pick a real life. But they also allow you to play the brand new life if you want. And it's you run around with a stick. You fight stuff with a stick like Breath of the Wild. And it's real goofy, and it's not meant to be a real option, but it is if you want to be a weirdo. So what people do is when they play this game like a job and they go super, deep, balls to the walls, from the window, you know what I mean, to the wall, when they go nuts bananas in the game, they'll start leveling up the brand new class. That's how you know somebody's deep, right? Is when they run around with the stick and start playing the game with the stick. That's how you know they're like, okay, this person has done everything else. Yo, good morning, Nembo. Why are you jumping up and down? You just happy? Yeah, you're just happy. Okay. It's nasty outside. Last day for me in Ohio for this heat wave, and then it goes down to a respectable 85, which I'll take that, because this 98 plus humidity stuff is not... I didn't sign up for this as a northerner, all right? As a northerner, I didn't sign up for this. That's why I live in Ohio. So I don't have to deal with your Florida misery. All right. I'm heading to Alaska for real, for real. House almost got a thunderstorm. Go through here. I think the rest of the beast I need to kill are this way. I need to be here during the day though for one of them. Hopefully I already got them. Hopefully I already got the ones I need to be here during the day for. Wait, I don't want to go on this route. Oopsies.
Can we talk?
98 to 100 in October. Crazy. Imagine living in Mississippi. Yeah, dude. No thanks, man. Oh, nice. I think I need these dudes. All right, Dunzo. Quest. Oh, I need to fight more of those grass serpents. I'm just gonna reload real quick. They should respawn, I think. No, I'm not in multiplayer. These are just my NPCs. So this is how the game supplements being multiple lives. All right, so in this game, you can pick one of these 15 lives, but then you get a slew of NPCs that all have the lives, right? So this is the important part of this game, because let's say you don't like the crafting. Well, then you can just go find the NPCs that do the crafting, and they can do the crafting for you, essentially. Or you can just power them up so much that they help you so much that it makes it easier for you. And then eventually they can do all the crafting for you, but you have to learn the recipes. The way it works is that they can craft anything for you, I believe, as long as you have the recipe. You can just like have them do it and just be like, I'm done with this. So like this game is designed in a way to where you don't actually have to play all the lives if you don't really want to. To some extent, you might need to do a little bit more than you want. Like, I think you're going to have to do at least one craft, one gather, one combat, I think is like really how the game's designed. But like, let's say you're a hunter and you don't go carpentry, so you can't make your own bows. Well, you can survive in this game by finding bows and like purchasing them and having NPCs craft them. And like, you don't really have to worry about carpentry if you don't want to. And let's say you're a magician and you don't go carpentry, so you can't make your own staves. Well, that doesn't really matter. Like you'll find ways to get staves. So like, you don't really have to do that. Now, if you want the best staves in the game, you're going to have to go carpentry. If you want the best bow in the game, you're going to have to go carpentry. But you don't have to go carpentry unless you want to. And that's what makes this game so beautiful. I actually met a player online who laughed and scoffed at me when I asked him what crafting class he took. He was like, I don't do my own crafting. In my role play, my character's too good to do crafting. And I laughed so hard. He was like, only my NPCs do my crafting. I don't do that trash. I'm a paladin. I'm a knight. And he's like, I only swing my sword. And I was like, oh my Lord, this dude's figured out. He's got the plot. Homie's awesome. Like homie's role playing this game. Like that's sick, right? And that was the way that he decided to play the game. He was like, I will never craft anything. So like my point is like you really, if you want, you can play this game however you choose. And that is like the secret beauty of this game. It makes me want to start the game again and like try only playing the game as like one class or something. Because Dazabound was doing that early on. He was like only a blacksmith and only a mercenary and only a miner. And that's the only thing he did for like his whole playthrough. And like it worked. He was able to play the game just as much as I was. But the difference is that if you don't go into some things, then you don't get to become like a master at them. So like I can buy all the food I want, but I can't craft the best food unless I'm a cook. You know, because the best stuff in the game is tied behind like leveling up those classes and becoming masters in those classes or heroes. So it's interesting, right? So I was actually originally disappointed by this because I felt that the game was almost secretly wanted you to play every life. And it was like a fake. When I first picked the game up, I remember, I never really talked about this, but I remember feeling like the game was pushing me to be every class. Because when I was a hunter and I wanted a new bow, I wanted to craft it, but I didn't want to be a carpenter. And that felt bad at first. I was like, oh, I guess I should pick up carpentry. And then I was like, I guess I should pick up this. And then I guess I should pick up that. And then before I knew it, I was like 10 classes and I really only wanted to be 3. And at one point, I thought that was a bad design. I thought that was kind of weird that they offered you all these different lives, but they kind of wanted you to play them all. But the more I play the game, the more I realize that that's actually not true. Like you can get away with just playing like one class in this game if you want. So what's up, Rainbow Babe? All right, let's go this way. I was finally able to post all my chaos or all my chows from Sonic in the Discord. Oh, on media share. I saw that post last night while I was in bed on my phone trying to sleep. or this morning it might have been. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'm super happy that you posted. I'm stuck needing an alchemist and I couldn't find one and I haven't played since. Yeah, some of them are like really well hidden in the stupid Ginormosia map. They're you have to kind of like, I don't know, I'm still missing one. I'm like 250 hours deep and I have a single character I'm missing and I haven't tried looking because I'm just like whatever. One day it'll happen. One day it'll happen. One day. Doesn't the shop only sell the cherry stick? No, it does sell other stuff. This is interesting. It sells... Wow, really? I'm gonna buy all this stuff. I didn't know that. This is actually a really great shop. I bet you it rotates daily. Because these crops are like really nice for Ginormosia. Oh, I've been sleeping on this shop. Do I not have the brown horse?
Hello everyone.
I don't. What? There's a mount I don't have? What the heck? Nice, dude. What the heck? I've just been sleeping on this shop, dude. Wow. Are they in the same place for everyone? I think they are. I think you can go look it up online. There's probably like a big interactive map nowadays. Yo, we got Treasure 08 coming in with 17, dude. Good morning, man. Thanks for hitting that like over on YouTube, y'all. Appreciate that. Good morning. Welcome to the show. We're just having a little goofy stream here. Around like a couple hours of sleep. Some power outages. Some long nights. You know how it be, baby. Welcome in here, though. Yeah, I bet you there's some like super sexy interactive maps out there for this game, like they did with Breath of the Wild. The Zelda community has some of the best interactive maps, dude. The Lord Fish. The Lord Fish. All right, where am I going from here? I'm going up. Let's go fight this boss, I guess. Sure. How are you today, Min's Meadow? It's good to see you in here. I was watching some game reviews on YouTube, and I have to say the majority of creators seem to be... Oh yeah, that's nowadays it's all just a... You know, it's rage bait, clickbait stuff, yeah. I appreciate you saying that, Briovitz. Thanks, man. Yeah, like, even my game reviews, I'm trying to formulate a way to present my game reviews where I'm criticizing, but in a way in which I'm not adding to the negative conversation because I hate it. There's enough of that out there. The way I see it is like, if you want a review from someone that's gonna shit all over something, there's enough of that out there. So instead, I'm gonna present my reviews in a way where I highlight the things that I think are worthy of talking about, try to uplift a little bit while still criticizing, because like obviously it's okay to criticize stuff. Nobody's ever said that that's not okay. It's totally rad. Criticize, especially the things you love. Sometimes that's the best stuff to criticize. You know what I mean? So like, that's not what it's about, but I want to do it in a way where I'm not just adding to the negative conversation. That's why I like, you'll notice that with any of my reviews I do and stuff, like I try to present it in a way where instead of us just focusing on the stuff that sucks, it's like, well, let's just talk about the things that this game has done really well, and then maybe just criticize a few things that could be better, right? And you all know my saying, dude, mid doesn't mean bad. Let me say it again louder for the ones in the back. Mid doesn't mean bad. Bad is bad. Bad is like a 1. Bad is like the freaking pile of Star Wars for Nintendo games. You know, like that meme, that one game that sold so bad there's a landfill full of them. Like, that's bad. Mid is mid. Mid means a middle experience. It's not the best thing in the world, and it's not going to blow your socks off. But it's also not so bad that you want to throw it away in a landfill. It's just mid, baby. And mid helps you appreciate good. Imagine not playing mid games sometimes. That would be like not watching mid TV or movie sometimes. At that point, you're basically not watching anything, are you? You know what I mean? Like, if you avoid mid TV and movies, then what do you watch? What do you watch? Like Breaking Bad over and over again? Because like arguably there's not a ton of TV out there that's really good. A lot of stuff is mid. Like, so like, what do you know? Do you walk around your whole life and like only enjoying the highest quality of things? No, sometimes you got to enjoy a little mid in your life, dude. A little mid is not bad. All right. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy every mid game. I'm not saying that you need to go out and support every mid game. I'm saying you don't need to call mid games bad. That's all I'm saying. Mid games are not bad. Mid games are just not for you sometimes. Maybe you can't justify the price of a mid game. That's okay. But they're not bad. There's a difference. And at that point, what's happening is we're devaluing bad. Do you not see that? So now you're devaluing bad. So that now when you actually call something bad, it doesn't matter. Because like, what does that even mean? Oh, this is bad. Oh, well, how could these two things that like, how could like, you know what I mean? It's not just bad and good. So now we're devaluing bad. And I think calling something bad is very powerful. That's a good thing. We need to use that in our toolkit. And we need to like objectively or even subjectively be able to sometimes look at something and say, this is a pile of trash and you're taking advantage of us. But we can't do that when we're calling stuff that's mid a pile of trash. Because then, like at that point, you're muddying it. You're muddying the power of truly calling out the trash in the industry and being like, okay, this is unacceptable, right? Like that's not, so like a mid experience should be called mid. It should just be accepted that not every game is going to be perfect. Not every game is going to be amazing. Not every game is going to blow your socks off. Whoopee. All right. Like, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, like when did we start calling everything bad and focus on that? It's obnoxious, dude. Star Citizen is trash, but D4 became mid, noted. I like how you said D4 became mid. So was D4 not mid when it first came out? I don't know how I feel about that. I played Diablo 4 on release and I stopped playing it naturally without even thinking about it. And I feel like that says a lot about Diablo 4. This is coming from a guy who was addicted and still kind of is to Diablo 2. I swear to you, I played Diablo 4 on release and I slowly just stopped playing the game. Like I didn't even know what happened. Like one day I just realized that I wasn't playing the game anymore. And I think that's because the game kind of sucked and I was bored or something. But I don't know. It's hard to say. So like, I don't know, right? Like, so I played Diablo 4 on release and I regret that I spent $60 on the game. I'm not gonna lie, because I've never installed it again. I've never played it again. And I regret so much that I bought the game on impulse thinking that Diablo was back, because it didn't come back. Not for me, dude. I'm back to playing Diablo 2 and Path of Exile as far as my Diablo vibes. Diablo 2 and Path of Exile, man. That's where I get them vibes from. I still play D4. It is in D2, but I think it's the closest thing to D2 in my opinion. See, that's what I thought when I bought it, but the itemization was complete trash. Now I've heard they fixed it, but that's unfortunate that my first experience got ruined, you know? Like I heard the itemization in D4, like I know, not that I heard. I know the itemization in D4 on release was literally the worst thing I've ever experienced. They had no idea what they were doing. The itemization felt miserable. But I kept trying to play because I thought endgame was going to be different. And then I slowly just stopped playing. Now, I heard that they fixed the itemization. So, like, maybe there's something there, but... Because, like, when you're playing an ARPG, man, it's all about itemization. If it doesn't feel good to do fun stuff with items, why are you playing the game? Unfortunately, I'm kind of in an era where I'm done with giving games multiple chances. And like No Man's Sky is kind of like the exception. Like I think No Man's Sky and their success story and the way that they brought their game back is really special and it's really cool and I'm really proud of them. But I still don't support games being released broken and half promise baked, and then we are expected to come back and play it again after we had the worst experience ever on release. I'm sick of it, and that's why I won't go back to Diablo 4, because I'm done. I played your game. You gave me a bad experience. I'm not coming back to your game. And if I could get a refund, I would ask for it. I'm done. I don't want to play your game on release, feel really bad, and then be expected, oh, well, it's fixed now, dude. Cool. You lost me. I'm done. And like, I'm so over that era of gaming. And that's why like, I've told myself I'm going to stop playing a lot of early access. We talked about this. Well, I didn't really talk about one of the reasons why. Because one of the reasons why I don't want to play early access anymore is because it's starting to make me mad, because I go to play an early access game and I get this half-baked experience, because that's the whole point of early access. I know. And then I don't ever want to play the game again. And there's only so many exceptions. Like Fields of Mystery is a game that had enough going on at first to make me want to come back for more. And every once in a while, a game will have enough going on in early access, like Hades 2, where it doesn't really feel bad because they still kind of gave you a full game. Like Hades 2, the full game was there, basically. But, you know, you didn't have all the weapons and, like, they didn't do, like, the whole heaven side. But it still felt like I was playing the full game. Like, it really did. They could have just sold that for 20 bucks and it would have been enough. So like, at least I felt like coming back to Hades 2 eventually is going to be nice, because like I'm looking forward to it. But unfortunately, man, I'm so over this idea that I'm expected to come back to a game after they fix problems. Like, nah, man, we good on that. I'm good. Yeah, it really is flip toast. I feel like it is. Obviously not always. Like Baldur's Gate's like the best example where early access is a beautiful system. But not every company is Larian. So what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like, not every company is Larian. So, you know, like, so yeah, there are cases for sure where early access is really positive for a game, but I don't really think that it's a good business model anymore. I think it's a problem. I actually think it's kind of a problem in gaming, because I think between the cash grabs and the companies that are just collecting cash, you know, and here's the thing. Guess what I found out about the industry? So I was watching this guy, Bellular, and if you don't know who he is, I'll link him if you want. So Bellular has like a pretty good pulse on the gaming industry, and what he said in an article and he does really good research. So what he said is, this is what's happening in the industry. And listen, and you guys tell me if you've ever seen this happen. Listen to this. So when a company goes to a publisher to get money, if they want to secure funds for the next game, they have to finish the first game really fast. So I'm not giving you guys the full details, like, excuse me, I'm a little tired, but like, just hear me out. Just let me give you the rough idea. So essentially what happens is when an indie company gets some cash and they get like seeded by a publisher, like, okay, we're going to give you money to make your game. The problem is that there's a pressure put on them in the indie market right now, to where like, if you at all want to have follow-up money to maybe like fix the game after release, or maybe like put out a sequel or something, you have to have that stuff planned out so far in advance, or the companies aren't going to continue to support you. So what ends up happening is that these companies go into making a game, and halfway through they realize that their only lifeline is that they rush through the first game, get it out, even early access, so that they can collect as much money as possible, and they can start working on their next game, or like trying to finalize the game after early access. Because if they don't get that cast infusion, then like their publishers and stuff will abandon them. So like the industry for indie market right now is actually like really volatile and like disgusting. And these indie games, these developers are getting run ragged, and they're being forced to do really stupid stuff like early access way too soon. Because if they don't, they literally won't even be able to finish their game. They won't have any money, and they're done. And it's like this really nasty problem. And the point that you need to understand is that this happens after they take the publisher. So they take the publisher, and it's supposed to be a good thing. So the publisher says, we're going to give you money. So then let's say you're a studio. So you're like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go hire 5 more people, and we're going to make this game. We got the money. Let's go. And then halfway through development, the publisher goes, if you don't have a plan for a second game, or if you can't project what's going to happen within the next like 12 months, we're abandoning you. Now you have 5 employees more than you had before. You're not just one guy working on the game yourself, and you have deadlines, and you have people that have families, and all of a sudden now you're faced with a decision. You have to figure out how to make sure that people are still getting paid and that you can finish your game, because all of a sudden the publisher's like, nah, never mind. So it's like weird stuff like that. And now I'm not explaining this all perfectly, so you know, I might have to like share you a video or two where Bellular talks about his research on it. But the point that you need to take away from this is like, these indie companies half the time are forced to do this stuff. And like Fliptoes said, like, unless it's them being malicious and they're just trying to get a cash grab, which I think a lot of that's happening, most of the time these companies are forced to do early access. Like they have to do something, because they get caught up in a situation where they have to like release the game early, and it's all buggy and it's terrible. But if they don't release the game early, then they won't get more money to fix the game. Think about that. So here's your options. You don't release the game early. The company who's giving you money abandons you. Listen, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Listen. So you don't finish the game early. You don't release it half finished. All right, option one. And then the company abandons you and you lose your money. So the game never gets finished. Your game never releases. Or option two. You release the game half-baked. Everyone hates it, but then you at least get money to either make a sequel or fix the game. Which one would you choose? Think about it. You basically abandon your dream or at least release your dream and try to fix it. That's your choice. Your choice is either abandon your dream completely, your game, or release your game half-baked and then do everything you can to fix it. That's what's happening to the indie market. They're bidding, yeah, and it's not even just indie, right? So it's like it's real brutal, and that's why I try to have a lot of patience with like half-baked indie games, and I try to like understand that games are not going to release completed anymore. Like the industry doesn't work that way anymore. Like if a game is being funded by investors or certain publishers, I think that there's a good chance that it's going to release half-baked and we're just going to have to deal with it. So it's tough, man. For a guy who just spent, a couple minutes talking about how he's done playing half-baked games, the unfortunate reality is like we might be stuck playing a lot of half-baked games. Like that just might be the industry, which is why it's even more important that we support companies that do really good business practices. Because there are companies out there that have good business practices that don't do this stuff. Or, like who use early access as a real tool, or who release full games like Concerned Ape, or even the big industries that like, I don't know, it's hard to say what AAA developers don't release slop sometimes. I think they all kind of release slop. Like Nintendo sports games are always underbaked, right? I don't know. Is there a good example of a third-party company that doesn't release broken games? I don't think there is, dude. Wait a second. I feel like every third party releases broken games now. Never mind. I swear. Yeah, I can't think of a single company that hasn't released broken games in the past, like, 2 years. Capcom, so many issues with Monster Hunter. Dragon's Dogma had so many issues. Like, I can't even think of a single company. I guess, like, Crimson Desert wasn't really that bad on release. Oh, never mind. Wait, wasn't there actually a big controversy that it sucked? I don't know. No, I swear, I thought Crimson Desert's performance was, like, really good on release. I don't know. Alright, I need to find the Applejack Gorilla, and I need to find these weeds. Alright, the gorilla's right here. Alright, I have to use my earthquake attack, apparently. So the way we cheese doing these quests is we just teleport back and forth from Ginormosia.
Can we talk?
You just open up your menu and teleport back and forth. And then go back to your inventory and go to teleport gate. I would have preferred a half-baked release of the game I was working on versus Embracer just canceling the 7-year project. Yeah, that sucks. You hear about that all the time in the industry, where like a game will be worked on for like 7 years and then they just show up and shut it down. Isn't that so terrible? And then guess who loses in that situation? We do, the gamers. Obviously, like the developers do and people who have jobs, but think about it, the gamers, we lose. We missed out on a beautiful game, probably. We that happens all the time, man. I think they're about to shut down the studio that's doing Blade, and I was reading about how Blade might not come after being talked about for years, and it's like, that sucks. Like, that sucks so much, dude. Games just, imagine putting millions of dollars into a game and then it's just like, never mind. So goofy. Yeah, I have like full confidence in Nintendo, but for only specific franchises and IPs. It's unfortunate that I just can't say Nintendo. You know, like I wish I could, but it's only like their major Zelda titles, 2D and 3D, their major Mario titles, 2D and 3D, their major 2D Metroid titles. Right, like there's some things that you can almost always guarantee that seal of authenticity from Nintendo, that classic Nintendo seal. That still does exist, but nowadays it's like in between a little bit of slop here and there. They just like put out a little sloppy release here and there, and then they make up for it by always continuing to put out like really good games otherwise. I don't know. I would love if Wind Waker would get the treatment, but I think Wind Waker's history would more likely be Twilight Princess, and I think they're only going to do one from the GameCube era. That's my prediction. And I say Wind Waker's history because Wind Waker unfortunately has tragic sales and is like the least sold Zelda game of like all time. So as much as I love it, it's like Nintendo ain't about to remake a game that nobody gives about, unfortunately. Whereas Twilight Princess now, that game would probably do so well. Think about Twilight Princess getting the Ocarina of Time remake treatment. Holy, people would go nuts. People would burn down buildings over that. I just as much as Ocarina, I feel like. A lot of people's favorite Zelda is Twilight Princess. A lot of people's, like, Wind Waker didn't become a favorite until later. Wind Waker's becoming a favorite happened over time. It wasn't like that at first. So yeah, I think if I had to say, I don't think Wind Waker will ever see a super juicy remake treatment, but I do hold out hope because Aonuma was actually the father of Wind Waker, and Aonuma is still with the Zelda team. And I put my money down that before Aonuma leaves Nintendo over the next 20, 30 years, because he's not like that old, I bet you he will lobby for a Wind Waker remake so that he can get the game that he visioned. So, you know, now that we're talking about it, I think we could see a Wind Waker remake, like, really far down the line. Like, maybe, like, really far down the line. Maybe a decade from now. And Aonuma will find, like, they'll go to Aonuma, he's getting old, maybe he's, like, thinking about retiring. Who knows, right? And they'll go to him and they'll say, what do you want to do? And he's going to be like, let me redo Wind Waker. And they'll let him do it. But I don't see that happening soon. That's the only I do think that we would see Twilight first if we were going to see something from the GameCube era. And, you know, keep in mind, we're probably only going to get something like this once every 5 years to a decade. So it's not like there's going to be a ton of from the top down remakes releasing over the next couple years. Like they're going to maybe do like 2 from the top down remakes. Otherwise, Zelda will be mostly ports. You know what I mean? So like, I think Wind Waker Twilight Princess still will probably end up on the Switch too. I don't see why not. I've been saying that for years, but as far as like top-down remake, you know, complete reimaginings of Zelda games, I think we maybe only see 1 or 2 more of those in the Switch 2 lifespan. And I think it would be Twilight Princess. But I don't know. We'll find out, you know, because the thing is that Nintendo is kind of... It looks like they might be opening up a 3rd lane for Zelda right now. And I talked about the lanes. So right now, what lanes do we have for Zelda? We have 2D Zelda and we have 3D Zelda. And 3D Zelda has evolved to what is now being dubbed as the open air Zelda. Breath of the Wild. So with Ocarina of Time remake showing up, all of a sudden, now we have a potential 3rd lane opened up. So what does that mean? Well, that means what if Nintendo is going to start doing classic 3D Zelda again? Right? Think about it. So you have open air 3D Zelda, 2D Zelda, and classic, that's the word, timeless classic 3D Zelda. And they go back and they remake Ocarina, they remake Wind Waker, they remake Twilight, they do Ocarina of Time 2, timeless classic Zelda. Ocarina 2 gets a sequel that it deserved, not Majora's. They do Majora's Mask, right? And they reopen up the lane of classic 3D Zelda, that more traditional linear dungeons, the stuff that we grew up on. I think that lane is very powerful, and I think it could be very strong. And depending on how Ocarina sells, I think that it might indicate if this lane could be expanded on further. And I like that. I think it could be cool. I think it was Torchlight 2. Dude, Torchlight 2 is sick. What's up, bud, man? I'm sorry I missed you so long ago. Hope you're doing well over there on YouTube chat, though. I'm a little tired today, so I'm not keeping up. Oh, it's you. Hadn't seen you in a while. Thought you might have croaked in battle. What? You need something? Spit it out already. All right. Now we're in Adapt, and I wouldn't be surprised if we already have a bunch of these quests done, because they're retroactive. We got the Prairie Dragon done. So now we have to go to... Looks like we're going to Tropica Islands. Yep, we're going to Tropica Islands, Da Vinci Cave, and the Yoho-Ho Cavern for the next set of creatures. Bam, 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 bam. Go. What's up, Counterintuitive? What up, Unquiet Adam? All right, there you go, buddy. Even though I gave him the one that I crafted. Oops. You have a Switch 2 now? Nice. What game did you get? I always like to ask people what their first Switch 2 game is. Fantasy Life only has a Japanese hard copy, but it has language options, so you can play it on English anyways, but you have to order it, you have to import it. Try playasia.com. I think you have to import it. I don't think there's an English one, unfortunately. Remind me never to buy sneaky tuna with my cash nuts again. Same thing with sneak fish. Like, this stuff is all purchasable here. There's not an English one. Right. I don't think so, but there's a Japanese one, and then you can import it, I'm pretty sure. And remember, there's language options in the game, so you can play it on your Switch. Like, you can import it, and then you can play it on your Switch because there's language options. So the way that Nintendo Switch works is that it's not region locked. So this is different than how gaming used to be. Switch is not region locked for physical games. It's only region locked for digital games. So if somebody were to hand you a digital code for a Japanese game, it wouldn't work. But if somebody were to hand you a Japanese copy of a game, you could plug it into your English Switch and you could play it. Now, the problem is if you don't speak Japanese, that might suck. Well, sometimes games have language options. Then the barriers are broken down, which is awesome. So you can buy a Japanese copy of a game with language options and you can play it on your English Switch. And everything works. Everything's fine. So there are a few cases where this actually matters, and Fantasy Life is one of them. Bum, 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 bum. No, the Switch is not region locked. That's what I was saying. Now, it is region locked with digital codes, but it's not region locked with physical games. Interestingly enough. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that weird? Like, that's not how it used to be, dude. Like, gaming back in the day, physical was always region locked, but digital wouldn't matter. Like, not really. Like, maybe you'd have to make like a you know what it would just. So like, here's how you bypass the digital thing in 2026. You make a Japanese account, and then you just log into a Japanese account on your Switch, use that digital code for the Japanese game, and then install it onto your Switch and you can play it. It's all, so digital stuff is all based off of the account, and physical is not region locked at all. Yeah, there it is. K. So K just confirmed that, right? So you can bypass the digital code stuff by having a Japanese account. Right, exactly. So like that is the one way to bypass that region lock. But the reason that this is an important thing to acknowledge, y'all, is let's just say you go online to gift somebody a code for Christmas, and you buy that code off of the European Switch shop. I can't use that as an American. Let's say you go to buy a Canadian copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons from Canada's eShop, and then you take that code and you give it to your friend off of Canada Amazon. I cannot redeem that on my American account. I would have to make a Canadian Nintendo account, and that's the key here. So this is only important if you're like gifting, or for example, when I do like giveaways, because doing a giveaway with a digital code kind of sucks, because that person who wins is going to be expected to have an American Nintendo account to redeem the code, which at least they could still redeem it. At least it's still a giveaway, and it's just like an extra step that's annoying. You know what I mean? What's up, Elliot B? Sounds like you're taking care of the house today. doing a little bit of chores. Yeah, America 250th birthday. Anybody gonna be eating any boigas, any glizzy gobblers this weekend? Is there an enemy in a wall here? Trying to get photos edited. All right. Just gotta run through. Gotta smack stuff. Trying to level up our mercenary. I'll eat a hamburger in solidarity with y'all. We said glizzies, not boigas. You got Tales of the Shire. I'm enjoying it. Nice. It's a cool game. Yeah, it's fun. And I'm sure it's better than what it was on release because I think they went and fixed some stuff. I think so. I think they went and fixed some things after a post release. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's a lot better now. I think we're going to celebrate Hobbit Day this year. It'll be our second year in a row. Last year we had a sponsorship and we played Tales of the Shire. I think this year we I think we'll do another Hobbit Day celebration this year. I'm kind of lightly planning it right now. But I think it might involve some Tales of the Shire. We'll see. Ah, get this out of my face. So yeah, that'll be in September. Get a little bit of Lord of the Rings fandom. I think I want to play Lego Lord of the Rings this year for Hobbit Day. I haven't decided though. We might do Lego Lord of the Rings. I think that might be a cool way to celebrate Hobbit Day this year. Lego Lord of the Rings. Since I've never played it and I'm starting my Lego journey. Oh yeah, there's Lego Hobbit games too. True. We could even start there. I wonder if they ever did a complete edition with just everything. Like they did with Skywalker. Yeah, Minas Tirith is cool looking for sure. Not something I'll be picking up, but it's rad. Oh, let's go fight this crystal golem. Ow. If I picked up any Lego Lord of the Rings Legos, if I picked up any of them, it would be the Shire set. I think. Minas Tirith is nice though. Rivendell also looks nice. I think it would be the Hobbit set though. I want Lego Moria. You know they're gonna do it soon. They already set it up. They've done Rivendell. They've done Minas Tirith. We better get like Moria, Mines of Moria or something. That'd be sick. And come with a Balrog. Ah, dude, a Balrog, dude. Dude, that would be crazy. That's what I want. Did they already do a Balrog? Maybe that's even more proof that they'll do the mines, because if they already have a separate Balrog, then like we're good, right? Oh, that's a different cave. We're currently in the Tropica Isles cave. Okay. Let's go back to the... No, we're in the Defici cave. Okay. I was wrong. So what do we need in there? Brain go burr. I need one more greater Sandazard. That's it. Oh, and yeah, that's it. Okay. I think it's like right up front. Yeah, it's right over here. Okay. We go to the other cave. Bum 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 bum. See you later, nerds. Recently rebuilt a Supersonic and Super Shadow Lego set with Bio Lizard. Alright, that's the Yoho Cavern. What's this one? Profundo. We don't need to go there. We don't need to go there. What up, Brittany? Yeah, there is. There's a few of them, Brittany. That's actually what started the combo. I think I want to play the Lego Lord of the Rings or Hobbit games this year for Hobbit Day. I haven't decided yet. I actually think I might want to play Battle for Middle-earth. I might bust out like Battle for Middle-earth 1 or 2 and get real goofy with it. Yeah, Battle for Middle-earth games are so good. I know, dude. I've been really thinking about them recently, and I want to play it again. Same thing with Empire at War. Star Wars Empire at War is so fucking good. I haven't played it in so long. And apparently there's mods now. There's a modding community to make the game even better, which is like, dude, modding is so amazing. This is why PC is the true superior gaming race. Because modding, man. The old 360 Lord of the Rings games. I played a bunch of them. I liked them. I liked them a lot. Yeah. Shadows of Mordor and stuff like that, right? I like those games. I used to play them with my buddies, though. That's the difference. As the same buddies that I grew up playing Gauntlet Legends and Phantasy Star Online with, I would sit down and we would play the old Lord of the Rings games together and stuff like that. So I had a crew that did a lot of multiplayer gaming, and it made some of those games better than my memory will tell me they are. Like, is that like my memory of the games are better than the games were because I was playing with my friends, so it didn't matter that they sucked. Oh, balloon in the Twitch chat. Oh, nice. That's cool. Flip toast. Yeah. I figured that kind of stuff's out there. So I love Diablo 3. I don't remember anything of other than how fun couch co-op was. Yeah, dude. Sometimes the multiplayer experience will make a game. And it'll serve to be the anchor for your memory of the game, you know? Like old WCW Nitro. Like that game was complete trash, but it was also the most fun I had on the N64. Next to like Mario Kart and Mario Party. WCW Nitro was so goofy, man. Yo, we'll see you later. All right. How did I not get this? I swear I killed him. Did I leave too fast? The frick. All right, we're back. All right, do it again. And then with this guy down. See what we got left after that. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Oh, there were two of them. We already got it. Okay, cool. All right. What else is left? All right, no radishes here. Where are these little star dudes at? They have to be just like around here. Let's just run around here. We can mount up. Ooh, do these bitey sharks count? Unfortunately, when you're doing these quests, sometimes it has to be from that specific location, I think. You can't just kill, like, anything. Well, let's not sleep on another shop here. Maybe there's something good from here. I'll take all this stuff. Some beautiful stuff. Oh wow, a bunch of recipes I never purchased. All right, nice. Ah, here they are. I found these little star punks. Is there only 2 of them? There better be more. Okay, here they are. Dang, I need 1 more. Yikes. Alright, we got the bitey sharks. Let's go in and out of here. I think we can just go get another staroid or whatever. Yeah, this game has a ton of content, dude. It's crazy. But like we were saying earlier, like even if you just want to play this game casually, I think it's still worth it to pick up, play through the story. You would still get your money's worth in that sense, just like a regular video game. But I think this game really does have a lot of content. We got some radishes here? No. Okay, the radishes are here. That's what I thought. How's the game being weird earlier? Oh, because I probably killed them all. All right. I think I need some kind of charge attack. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I wish you could mount up when you're in caves and stuff in this game. I understand why they don't allow it, but I always wish it. It'd be nice to like have a haste spell or something to kind of zoom through caves. Some kind of like haste spell would be cool. What's up, Exhaustion and Panka? Like, even if it was just like an end game reward. Something that you really had to work hard to earn. But it'd be nice that once you put like a certain amount of hours into the game, you wouldn't have to just run through caves. You could boost through somehow. As a way to be like, all right, you've put enough time in this game. We think you should be able to move through caves faster. Looking forward to a 3-day weekend. Nice. Sick. All right. Well, we made it to expert mode. Oh, are you hearing echoes of alerts? Is that a thing? I didn't even see that. Let me hear.
Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle!
Yeah, I don't know why you would be
Hello,
hearing an
everyone.
echo. I don't know why you would be hearing alerts twice. Oh, I see why. I got it. Let me play that again and let me see. Okay, I do see why you guys are hearing it twice. Interesting. Is it only the... Was it only
Hello,
that?
everyone.
Let me see if it's music. It is only the alerts. That's so funny. All right, that's cool. Well, at least we fixed it. And hide. Nice. All right, cool. Sorry, hopefully the alerts weren't too loud or weird. I think they were extra loud than they should have been or something. Good thing we weren't getting a ton of them. They weren't harsh? Okay, cool. Nice, that was an easy fix. What, you have a... Oh, counterintuitive? The classic dilemma is what I'll call that. All right. What are we at here? All right. Now we are working on the final challenges towards Master. We already defeated the Crystal Golem, so we just have to go fight a bunch of random trash in the Caves of Trials in the Depths. It's not as bad at all as it seems. All right, let's just go do it. What up, Deku dude? Okay. Very kawaii game at times for sure. Chibi characters. All right, I think we just want to run through the whole... Run through the whole cave a couple times, and I think we should be good. And then we have to go to the depths as well. Yo, feel better soon, Armazeo. See you later if you're still here. We'll see you later if you're still here, dude. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. What's everyone getting into this weekend? What are y'all gaming on? I don't know if I don't know if I need this rock serpent, dude. I do. I do. I do need the rocket serpent, dude. Trying to get a lucky egg and fire a red leaf green. How do you get one of those? Oh, from Chansey. Safari Zone grinding? 5% chance. They don't call her Chansey for nothing. The unfortunate part about that is catching Pokemon in Safari Zone sucks. But I imagine by the time we got to Leaf Green, Fire Red, they probably made it a lot better. Replayed Alba, animal scavenger game with environmental focus. No, it's still crap. DDV in Fortnite. Animal Crossing, Grand Bazaar, dude. Grand Bazaar is so good. Going this way. Yeah, Grams are so good. Sure, yeah, I stream Zelda stuff all the time. I'm not sure what you're specifically referencing, but yeah, I stream Zelda stuff all the time. I got a bunch of Zelda stuff we're playing through from a marathon a few years back. Yeah, I've been jamming on Zelda stuff. We were talking about doing a Ocarina of Time randomizer here. I've been getting an itch for a rando soon. So yeah, as far like I can answer your question, yes, but I think you're looking for more specific details. But like, yeah, sure, I'm playing Zelda all the time. We just got finished playing Adventures of Elliot, and it kind of scratched a little bit of a Zelda itch for me. So I'm just kind of biding my time at the moment. All right. How do I prime sub? If you're on mobile, it's a little bit different, but if you're on browser, you just gotta click on the sub button and it should be a little box you can check before you would normally go to pay. But on mobile, you want to click that link in the chat and then yeah, the mobile link where it goes directly to my personal link. It helps or something. Forgotten Time Wrong. Oh yeah, we did that already. We did that. I don't have it released on YouTube yet, but actually, I think it is on YouTube. It's just not in a playlist, but it's in my live tab. Would you like me to pull up like the first episode for you real quick? If you want to jam on it. We did play the Sealed Palace. It was freaking awesome, dude. The Sealed Palace was awesome. I got frustrated at one point because the game was like being buggy and it pissed me off. But outside of the frustration I had at one point, I really enjoyed the Sealed Palace a lot. But yeah, it tried to fuck me at one point with like some weird, I wasn't standing close enough to the wall type ish. And I got really mad about it. I was like, I was spending days trying to figure out this puzzle, all for it to be, I wasn't standing close enough to the wall. I was so mad about that. So, oh, enjoy your gifted sub, Bellbun. Now you can use that Prime somewhere else. Feel free to jam wherever with that Prime. Thanks. Thank you so much, Rachie. Yeah, if you want, I can link you. I didn't remember the name. Yeah, you're okay, man. I don't remember I don't remember what I ate for breakfast. You're good, dude. You're good, dude. Yeah, I think we were YouTube streaming by then. So in theory, this VOD is just sitting on YouTube under the live tab. Let's go search the Sealed Palace. Yeah, here it is. Unfortunately, they're not tagged with like episodes and ish because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th one of the episodes must be locked in a VOD with other games. So I'm working through this right now. I'm going through all of my old content. I'm getting it all cleaned up on YouTube. So, but I think this might be the first episode. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. So if you want to at least get started, here is the first episode of Ocarina of Time, The Sealed Palace. If you want to jam, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try to find episode 2 real quick as well, and put that in a playlist for you, so you can at least like enjoy a couple episodes. Again, if you go to my live tab, go to my YouTube page and go to my live tab, and then you can just search The Sealed Palace and you'll find the episodes. If you're a tech head, you can just do it yourself, but I'll help you out because, you know, not everyone's a tech person. Yeah, I think episode 2, I wonder if it's episode 2's like locked. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down off stream and try to figure out what episode is episode 2 and 3. Unfortunately, they're not labeled. I think I found episode 2 here. Prime account is connected, but the free checkbox isn't showing up, man. You know Twitch is not trying to make it easy on you, dude. You know they're punks. It says you're already subbed right now, so maybe it doesn't pop up if you are already subbed. So yeah, maybe it's just like, yeah, maybe that just doesn't pop up for you. But you know Twitch ain't making it easy, Bucket. You know they ain't making it easy, dude. maybe you snatched up a gifted. Maybe you snatched up a gifted, dude. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. You know Twitch is out here. They ain't making it easy, dude. They ain't trying to give away their money, dude. Freaking Twitch, man. All right, here, hold on. New playlists. I'm just gonna do OOT The Sealed Palace. We'll make it public, and then we'll slide these two episodes in there, and then at least there's a little something for my Sealed Palace playthrough. Something out there, right? Yo Deku dude, thank you so much for asking. We did play Sealed Palace. Now I do have another ROM hack plan though, dude. If you're still here, I gotta play. It's called It's called the Goddess of Wisdom, and it's in a Link to the Past mod fan ROM hack called the Goddess of Wisdom, and that one I still gotta play. Yeah, I think you might have got sniped with a gift bucket. Thanks so much for popping in though, dude. Appreciate you, man. I don't know if I need to fight a Radishella here. Let me go quickly go through my quest. All right, we're in the Cave of Trials, right? Yeah. We need buffaloes. We need 2 more meteorites. We need 1 more cave bat. And then we need the boo bears, freaking boar bears, the big spooky. All right, we got plenty more to go. Let's just try to run through this cave. What's up, Nick 82? Don't think I need to fight you. Don't think I said buffalo out loud just now. Dude, will you leave me alone? What the hell? Okay. Those dudes were stepping on my face. All right. Dude, I'm glad you enjoy the emotes. Doing my best to always add new emotes and make it fun. I'll be adding some new stuff to the collection this summer. We're gonna try to spice it up a little bit for y'all.
Cheers.
Gotta keep it fresh, gotta keep it competitive. Might not ever think of emotes as a competitive thing, but it really is. It's constantly always evolving. People are always constantly raising the bar. At one point I raised the bar. And people just, it's crazy. Emotes are just such an interesting part of Twitch culture. This heat wave is brutal. Yeah, dude, my power went out last night at 9 p.m. It didn't come back till 2 a.m. There I am roasting 85 degrees in my house. I didn't probably get to sleep till 2:33. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I'm destroyed. So we're just hanging out for a couple hours. Then we're going to come back tonight for Mario Kart. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try to go get like 6 hours. It's already almost noon. Who the fuck am I lying, dude? I'm going to go get another 4 hours of sleep. 6 hours is out the window, dog. I'm coming back by 4 p.m. You'll sleep good tonight. Yeah, if the power doesn't go out again. I hope. See any useful ingredients? Yeah, it's my alchemy partner. She's always looking for some ingredients. I'm trying to level her up. Yeah, but I'm grateful that it happened late, because not even 2 hours before the power went out, it was like 98 degrees. Maybe not 2 hours, maybe 5 hours before. So I'm happy it happened at nighttime, because like I'm not sure. I think I would have been fine regardless, but it would have been a lot more miserable If the power went out in the middle of the day when it was 98 outside, holy heck, we would have been baking. Holy heck. Our Ohio infrastructure is not prepared for this. All right, we're prepared for strong winters. We're not prepared for heat like that. Nice. Gotta have them chili dogs. Gotta have them chili dogs. Go big spooks. These big spooks are like some of the worst enemies in the game. They can like stun you and they do a ton of damage actually. And they'll like that. Like they'll just stun you and drop you to the ground and you can't do anything. It's gnarly, dude. There's like a potion you can drink or something, but the big spooks ain't no joke. The big spooks ain't no joke. Take the stream to the outdoors and head to the nearest river. I know. One day I'll invest in a book bag stream setup. It'll be sick. They're just so expensive and they only got worse recently, unfortunately. Dude, if only I would have invested in the backpack setup I was looking at 5 years ago. 5 years ago, dude, I could have bought a backpack setup for about $2,000. If only I would have picked it up, dude. I don't even want to know what it costs now. I don't even want to know what it costs for one of them book bag setups now, man. Sheesh. All right, we don't need the rock serpent. Right, we don't need the rock serpent. Let me double check. Yeah, we're good. Oh, we did need buffaloes. Frick. Oh, right here. All right, do I need woolies? No, jackals. Dang, 3 buffaloes. I'm gonna go ahead and just warp back and forth real quick. What's up, Leafeon? All right, boom. All right, got him. Got him. See any useful ingredients? We turn down those characters' voices because they get annoying. we turn those bad boys down. Are these my bear boos? Nope, that's the rock serpents. All right, we don't need the serpents. What are these? Crimson razor beaks? We need those. That's how we go downstairs. What's over here then? Radishes and radishellas? I don't think we need any of that, so we're going this way. All right, and then Let's double check again. I wish there was a way to track more than like one quest. All right, so we're just gonna keep, we have to do a bunch of teleportation gate warping. This is like the fastest way to get monsters to respawn. For some reason, they made it to where these quests require you to like kill a ton of these enemies, and usually these enemies only spawn in groups of like 4. So I guess they were expecting you to go through these caves multiple times, maybe online with your buddies, you know, and take your time and enjoy your fantasy life. But as gamers, we got to do everything hyper efficiently. So somebody discovered that you could just use the teleportation gate and spawn everything back in, and then you could just grind these quests out way faster than running through these caves. Now, the other option is to just go up and down some stairs in the cave. Like, that's also an option. Just going up and down some stairs. Are these where the bunnies were? Where were those stupid bunnies at? Right behind me, right? Kind of right behind me. Let's go down there. So this game's, the name of the game for Fantasy Life is kind of grindiness though. So it makes sense. They want you grinding. As long as it ain't bumping and grinding, I'm good. Not about that life. Keep that to the bedroom. Keep that out of my video games. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Meg C, for the 17 months, by the way. How you doing today, Meg? Some hype in the chat. I think I saw Dat Baby getting hype off that. Thank you, Dat Baby. Yeah, keep that in the bedroom. I don't want that in my video games. Keep that trash out of here. Looking at you, gotcha gamers. All your waifus. Gotcha gamers catching strays right now. Fire Emblem fans catching strays. Fire Emblem, $80 physical edition, $70 for a Fire Emblem game, which is crazy, dude. I don't know. I think Fire Emblem games are usually pretty high quality, but that's a lot of money for a Fire Emblem game. But they're usually pretty long and provide a lot of content. So I don't know. I guess you could, in some universe, justify $70 for a Fire Emblem game, but I don't know if you could justify 80. I do wonder if 80 is where that line gets drawn. Oh, I already ran past the Boo Bears. Where the hell were they? Oh no, I passed up the Boo Bears. Oops. They're on the floor up above me. Yikes. Unfortunately, I get subjected to many. Only when I'm on like mobile. Like TikTok is stupid for that. TikTok's gaming ads are always trash. Like, if you're gonna shove ads in my face every 3 TikToks, you could at least make them good ads. Like, come on. You know what I've been getting a lot of now that I'm a cat owner? Are these super, like, these ads are so nasty that I think I'm just uninstalling TikTok. These nasty ads on TikTok that try to make you feel bad about being a cat owner. They're like, oh, you're probably one of the ad will start and it'll be like, you're probably one of those owners that don't really spend at least 3 hours a day hanging out with your cat, right? Well, guess what? Cats need that. And you know what you need? You need to buy this thing that will give your cat all the attention it needs while you're at work, because you're a terrible cat owner. And I'm just like, damn, son. Like, get out of my face with this. Like, I've been seeing a ton of these ads. It's like, you know what? Real cat owners use this product. And if you're not using this, you might as well as be the scum between my toes. I'm just like, damn, like, leave me alone, dude. I already got enough anxiety in life. I don't need to be thinking I'm a terrible cat dad. Like, stop, dude. Like, I'm about to get off TikTok. I'm done with that app. Yeah, guilt tripping is terrible, dude. Like, that's such a terrible way to advertise, man. All right, to the depths. We're about to get our master here soon. I must be a great cat owner because I never seen those. Well, see, I'm a new cat owner and the algorithm knows that because they're always listening to me. So they're trying to take advantage of the fact that I'm a new cat owner and I'm nervous about my new life. Like, think about it. Like, I'm the perfect victim. A new cat owner who doesn't know what he's doing, who's never had a pet before in his life, and they know that. And me saying this out loud right now and my phone's right next to me, they're going to get me again. So that's what they're taking advantage of. They're not, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, they're taking advantage of the fact that I'm a new cat owner. Ads are out of control. Yeah, that's how it feels anyways. Yeah, I think it's less that I'm a cat owner because I still get all the standard stuff like the toys and all that. But I get these weird ones mixed in that like try to guilt trip me because I've probably done a couple Google searches on like, what's the best type of cat food for a cat? You know, how do you know if a cat is being well entertained? Like, so because I've done a couple of Google searches kind of looking into, you know, how cats work and how to be the best cat dad, now my algorithm's like, oh, this guy's really worried about doing a good job. Let's get him. You know what I mean? Oh, this guy's really worried about doing a good job. Let's get him. It's like, dude, leave me alone, man. All right, we got to go fight this iron golem. I can't find the jackals. What's up, Timeless Rage? I can't find the jackals. They're saying the depths, basement 2, night/day. Depths, basement 2, night/day. Where the f are the jackals at? Here, let me just zoom in and look for them manually. I feel like I'm being lied to. Am I being gaslit right now? Snowflake bunnies, snowflake bunnies. Crimson razorhawks, crimson razorhawks. Jackals. Okay, so they're down here. All right, so we'll head down there. We got to go over here first. That's funny, Alpy. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't mind. Why not use your knowledge, you know? It's probably pretty nice. My one of my best friends works at like the pound and intake and handles cats and pets like all day and is a wealth of knowledge of like how it all works. And it's nice to have one of those people in your life for sure. All right, so we have to do a couple teleportation gate tricks here. You guys are about to be witnessing history today. This is about to be one of those classic Twitch I was here moments. We are about to master the final class in fantasy life today. We're about to do it. We're doing it. We're about to master the final class and we're done. We did our goal. That was our goal. That was what we set out to do when this game came out, to listen to every mastery song on Twitch live. And it's finally coming to an end. We finally are about to do it. We're about to get the final mastery song. We just got to kill 2 more of these golems, and then we got to go hunt down 1 more enemy. After 250 hours, after 3 level 100s, after almost every class but 2 being heroed, we're finally mastering the final class. We've been taking our time, but the time has come. Where is my light? Wait till you get ads about filterless cat fountains. Yeah. I'm hip. I've already seen them. It's all ridiculous. I noticed that even when we buy something physically, Amazon somehow still knows. Yeah, dude. Or it's over, man. They got us. That's why I gave into the Google overlords years ago. I just let them have all my info. I called them up and I was like, here's my social, here's what I plan to do for my life, here's my interest, here's the, I gave them everything. Here's the size of my big left toe. Here's the, I called them one day and I was like, here, take it all. I don't need to hide. You're gonna come forward anyways. Like, whatever you want, just take it. Just think of me when you think of me when you take over. Gave him a phone call. I was like, just have at it. Talk to someone on Discord about a game and Google's like, yo, you ever thought about buying this game? Do you think they know I'm eyeballing the branch of my neighbor's palm tree that's fruiting over the fence? They do now because I just read that message, and they're also probably watching Twitch chat, so they know. They know. They do. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think my headphones are dead. I think I went through another pair of earbuds because they're way quiet. They're like way quieter than usual. I think they might have gotten shocked in a power surge. I think they might have got power. I think I got a power surge. I think one of my USB ports are dead. My most powerful one, my 3.2. All because I forgot to power cycle before I turned my computer back on. So I think I turned it back on and there must have been like an extra jolt of electricity in the line or something. And I think it just shocked everything. I turned the stream on this morning and there was this nasty noise. This pop kept happening in my left ear. So I ended the stream right away to fix it. And then as I'm doing that, I realized that the pop is happening no matter so I sat there for 20-30 minutes trying to figure out and resolve this. There's a clear electricity issue that was happening in my computer. So I thought it was the headphones. It wasn't the headphones. I thought it was the microphone, which would be terrible. It wasn't the microphone. I thought it was my mixer. So I went and grabbed my backup mixer, my backup XLR cable, my backup USB cable. I'm prepared. Plugged it all in, still happening. Frick. Is it my computer? So then I start changing USB ports. Stuff starts functioning properly again. I don't think it's the USB port. Fortunately, I turned the computer off and I power cycled and everything is back to normal. I think. USB port seems like it's okay now. Talk about a heart attack. If you don't know what power cycling is that if you're ever dealing with electricity issues, what you're supposed to do is that before you turn your computer back on, if there's ever a power outage, a power surge, I have a PSU. I have a protection. I don't know why this still happened. Electricity's just crazy. I mean, it was last night, it was flickering. It was like they were trying to fix the electricity and it kept turning on and turning off, turning on and turning off, turning on and turning off over and over and over and over again. And I think at some point, some electricity got stored in the PSU or something was happening. So either way, just a heads up for those that don't know what power cycling is, this works for every electronic device, but specifically laptops and PCs. What you do is you turn them off, you unplug them. I don't know, laptops are different. Don't quote me on that. Ignore laptops. You unplug everything, and then you hold the power button for 30 to 60 seconds. and it cycles all the residual electricity out of the system. After that, you let go, you plug it back in, you flip back your PSU switch, then you turn your computer back on. This is so important, and nobody talks about how important power cycling is. It's like common knowledge for tech heads, but most average people don't know about power cycling. It's so important. And I'm telling you, that's what just saved my show today. Turn off my computer, power cycling, turn it back on, and everything is like at least seemingly okay. So it's, don't sleep on power cycling, dude. We had an electrician rewire our house. It was bad. My computer was fried in a power surge recently. Yeah, I'm supposed to be protected, but I think my PSU might be dead. I think I need to buy a new PSU. It's the power supply unit. It's like a battery that you plug into the wall, and then you plug your computer into the battery. And it's also a surge protector, and a very heavy duty one. We're talking $150 surge protector, basically. All right. But it also comes with a battery, and it's a backup, so that if the power goes out, your computer doesn't turn off. Instead, the battery instantly activates, and then you have about 15 to 20 minutes. You can get really big PSUs that give you even more time. Mine gives me about 15 minutes to turn my computer off properly, unplug it, and so on and so forth. And then it's supposed to also be surge protected. The problem is that I think my thing might be out of date or burnt out or something, because I don't think it was protecting from the surge last night. I think something worse might have went down. So I'm gonna have to go and invest in a new PSU, and which is fine, because I was gonna buy a new one anyways for my router, so that my internet stays on in power outages. So at this point now, I'm just gonna buy a new one for my computer and then rotate my old one to the router, and I imagine it'll be fine. The router's a lot less power, so. Yeah, teeny giraffe, it's so important, especially if you have a high-end computer. If you have a high-end computer, it's imperative that you consider a PSU to save your equipment. Sorry to hear you went through that though, Jessica. All right, and we are officially a master of every class in Fantasy Life. Ha ha ha. So the day has finally come. You're a master now, and you smashed every obstacle on your way to get here. But you haven't even reached your peak. No, not yet. You can get even stronger, I can tell. You gotta have hunger for that kind of strength. And when you reach the peak of your power, that's when I'll trounce you. See, my dream is to beat the best fighter this world has ever seen. Someone that's stronger than I am. What's that? Can't we just celebrate normally for once? Haha, all right, I got you. Since you're my apprentice, I suppose we could do a proper celebration just this once. Final song, let's see if it's a banger. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah. We're back in. Oops, I clicked out.
I didn't start this job to protect anyone.
That's right, because I'm a mercenary.
It's all about the bag of gold at the end.
Sick, dude. I love this already.
My contract's done, I'm out of here, I'm free.
This is the Han Solo mix.
No one's home waiting for me.
That's right, I'm a lone wolf. Yeah.
I'm smiling for you as you're smiling for me.
You can't see it because it's behind a mask.
We are friends today, tomorrow enemies. On those nights you lose, it's hard, you are all alone. If you win, you're alone too. Pretending loneliness is like that. Talking as a
This is a Weird Al remix?
so exhausting, gotta show the real me. So hard to play it cool. You see, there's something I truly want. Let me tell you about what's on my mind. Don't care about fame or any accolades. I want a girl to love. see. I'm covered in mud and dripping sweat. Two girls pinch their noses when they see me. No love force at all.
So that was his real self. He took off the mask for a second. Yeah, that's what that was. He was like, I'm sick of playing it cool. The truth is I'm a softie at heart and I just want to be in love. And girls don't like me because I stink and I'm sweaty. That's straight up what he just said. Real?
Somewhere in the mountains, the snow begins to melt. Bobcats and snakes re-emerge to show their faces. Spring is here, and with it the chance for love. Still no one's home waiting for me. Why are these kids surrounding me? Is that cute girl waving at me over there? Oh, never mind, just some older lady. What's happening round me? Today's the town.
What? Is that a cute girl waving at me? Never mind, it's an old lady.
There's such a thing. Had no clue at all. Now suddenly townsfolk come talk to me. Hurry up, get married, saying with a grin. Oh yeah, such lovely people around. I will save them all. And we formed a circle, joining hands.
So I guess one half of the song is the mercenary's life, the solo lone wolf. And the other half of the song is like, actually, I am secretly trying to protect you. This is literally Han Solo's song. This is Han Solo when he comes back to help Luke and the Millennium Falcon at the end of A New Hope. Let's hold hands and be in a circle. I'm actually here for you, and I'm here to protect all of my friends. Like, that's like, literally, that's like this whole song was about the plight of the mercenary and how he has to front that he doesn't care about anybody, but actually he does, and he'll do the right thing. Cute. You're gonna be my greatest opponent yet, Hylian, and after I beat you, I'll only get stronger. Let's go. The battlefield is calling us. Dang, I don't get an achievement for doing that? No way, dude. I thought I'd get an achievement, so it must be hero then. Let me go look. Traveled with a phantom character at least 10 times. I can do that at any time. That's obtained a special weapon, crisped to golden perfection, yet irresistibly tender. Weaponry grilled to perfection. I need to get like a big haunch of meat weapon. And then earned all achievements. Those are the only 3 I'm missing besides for one hidden achievement. I bet you that hidden achievement is all heroes. So we got to get all heroes. I bet you it's all heroes, not master. I thought it might be master, but so now we have to hero mercenary and Taylor, which isn't hard at all. Taylor will be easy, but mercenary other way around. Mercenary will be easy because it's just fighting stuff, but Taylor will be tough. Yeah, I just have to go kill a bunch of stuff, which is like that's all easy stuff. So we'll be able to get hero off stream, and then we can come back and celebrate. And from there, now our new goals in game are shifted. Our goal is to get level 100 cooking, so I can have my 3 main classes have level 100, which is what I've wanted from the beginning. From there, you know, I've toyed with maybe 100%ing this game. And maybe I will, but I think for now, I'm okay with my journey in this game being mostly off stream, and it's going to be about getting all the best equipment. So my current goal in the game, my main goal in the game right now, is to get all the best equipment I can. And in order to do that, I need to use the polishing system, and I need to make the legendary time tools. So I've already succeeded in 2 of these. I already have the polished carpentry weapon, and I have the polished hammer. Next, I want to polish my time bow, which is going to require me to level up my carpentry. So my goal is to get all my main classes their best weapons, and then the same thing goes for cooking. So like I have a couple little personal goals, which is probably going to keep me playing this game for a bit longer. outside of like waiting for new DLC, which they're probably going to drop a new DLC within a bit here for this game. It'll be paid and it'll probably be pretty big, maybe some more classes, maybe a whole new rank. Apparently in the first Fantasy Life, they added a whole rank on top of Hero, or Hero was the DLC, like something like that. So we could get a whole new rank to reach. We could get a whole new class, but that's it. That actually concludes my Fantasy Life playthrough on Twitch. Thank you everyone for participating. The full playthrough is on YouTube. If you want, I can link you the playlist. I'll link you right now. That's it. We finally did it after over a year, right? This game came out a year ago, like pretty much this date a year ago, like a month or two past a year. We finally did it. That was my goal. My whole goal with this game, all I wanted to do was to master every class on stream, have every song played on stream, so that we can finally get that feeling of finality and we could say we did it. And 23 episodes later, I think there's about 25 episodes total. We did it. We did it. We beat Fantasy Life, in my opinion. This was the goal we set out to do. We did it. There's the link to the playlist if you guys want to watch. I have a couple more episodes to release and clean up, but for the most part, that's it. And we finally achieved our goal of mastering every class. I'm super proud, man. It took us a while to get there, and I needed to take a break from the game because we played it so much. And we finally came back to the game, and we held our word, and we did what we said we would do all the way back last summer. So here we are. Every class has been mastered. Now you might still get a little bit of this game on stream, because I want to do multiplayer with y'all. We talked about it. I want to do some multiplayer, maybe for the newer players, maybe for some of y'all that still play this. I want to do groves and I want to do snooze-a-lands and stuff. So you might still get a little bit of this game on stream here and there, just like we have been doing. The occasional random morning stream or day off stream, or maybe even a Sunday or Sunday morning, because y'all are off work. So, you might get more of this game in the future for some multiplayer purposes, but for the most part, I want to make it clear this playthrough is basically done, and there's only one thing that we left on the table, and we might actually come back to do it, or I might do it off stream. I think I'm going to do it off stream. It's this right here. It's my island. Take a look. Remember, we were building a forest. We were doing the Hylian thing where we build a massive forest. And I never finished. And now I have the money in game to finish it. I have all the cash I need. We stopped because we ran out of money. So I think if there is anything that I can say as far as single player content, we might come back and finish this design on stream, or I might do it off stream and come back and show it off to all of you. So for anybody who has been following this game, and if you were curious if I was ever going to finish decorating, I might do a speed run and finish my forest and decorate this game a little bit, because we're already like a third done. And all it would take now is like maybe a couple hours, unless I wanted to like really get into the weeds of it, So that's it though. That's the only thing I feel like I'm leaving on the table. But because decorating wasn't a guarantee, that wasn't really something that I said I was gonna do. I just started doing it. I do, again, one more time, feel confident that this is the end of the road for Fantasy Life on the channel. Officially, again, we'll come back and do multiplayer, maybe some designing, and then we're waiting for DLC. I will say you have my word, though. This was my game of the year last year. And DLC for this game, I will be there day one. Fantasy Lifers, I will be there day one. All right. So hopefully they do drop DLC. Hopefully they do treat us to a bunch more content, and we'll dive back into Fantasy Life. But for now, that's it. That's a wrap. I'm out of here. And we're gonna call the show there. I gotta fix my camera. Let's just go back to this scene. All right, I'll be back in 4 hours. Probably closer to 5. I was trying to be here at 4 p.m., but life didn't want that to happen. So I'll probably be here closer to 5 p.m. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna try to go get 4 hours of sleep. That'll leave me 30 minutes to get up, shower, and get prepared for the stream. So I'll see y'all later. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm out of here. I'm not going to raid. I'm going to fade. Thanks for coming out, everyone, and for a little bit of a sleepy stream. Hope you enjoyed some Fantasy Life. I know we didn't get a chance to do our gaming news showcase, and I was really looking forward to that. And I kind of apologize if anybody else was looking forward to that. I wanted to sit here and watch trailers and hang out and do some gaming news, and I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk, man. I just wasn't in the mood at all to do that. Not even a little bit. I was barely in the mood to stream. So, you know. So we'll maybe try to do that next week. Maybe Monday for the Monday morning show or something. Whatever. Either way, we showed up. We came. We conquered. We mastered every class in Fantasy Life. And we're out of here. We did it. We did it, baby. Highly in Descent signing off from another wonderful Iro Gaming Group production. Hopefully I see y'all here tonight for the night stream community game night. Mario Kart World. I'll post updates if something happens with my power again. Let's just HDes bless that everything's good. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just been a rough couple days, I guess, for the grid. If I don't see y'all tonight, I'll see you when I see you, fam. Don't forget to game on, and of course, as always, peace. All right. We're out of here. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out. Hopefully I see y'all here later. If I don't, I'll be back on Saturday. I don't know what we're doing this weekend. Maybe some Elliot. Maybe not. I think we take a longer break from that game and we do something else. I don't know what we're doing this weekend. I have a lot of stuff I want to do, and I'll wrap my head around that as we get into Saturday, Sunday. So just come on by. It'll be fun. Whatever we end up doing, it'll be a blast. Some AC, maybe something retro. Maybe we finally finish up Grand Bazaar. Right? I think we got to do that. So we'll figure that out, y'all. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. You know the deal and you know the spiel. Some of y'all might not be tuning in this weekend. It is a holiday. Please go take time with your family. If that's what you're going to do, don't worry about the stream, man. Go take care of your fam. Go have fun. Go eat food and enjoy whatever. You know, we don't get many holidays. So, and don't worry too much. So if I don't see you here, I'll be back Monday. We'll be here throughout the weekend into next week. We'll make up for some lost time. And yeah. Thanks for tuning in today. Get some rest in the AC. Yeah, I'm planning on it. All right. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. Honored to be a part of your daily routine. Certainly honored to have you as a part of mine. But until next time, this is Highly in Descent signing off, the master of every life except for the real one. I can master fantasy lives, but I can't master real life. So, you know, I guess I got one more to go. All right, y'all. Peace and hit them cat jams. Peace.